the court's attention. Due to late service of responses, the first petitioner in petition number E007 prepared responses and a further affidavit that were brought to the attention of the registry, but were rejected because of the question of time. In the same breath as my learned friend Professor Ngatia, who has not filed a response to an application by ISA, we would seek leave, Your Ladyship, to file the affidavit. It's a small further affidavit of only 44 paragraphs, which is as a result of late service, Your Ladyship, and submissions by the first petitioner in E007. Your Ladyship, in terms of representation, just weighing in on what my learned friend has submitted, Mr. Professor Ngatia, Senior Counsel. There are only two professors and senior counsel in court, the two of us. Why can't all of them appear for the IBC? All the senior counsel can appear for IBC so that the court is richer with submissions from all parties, so that we hear the Chebukati faction and the Cherere faction, and I think the court then can make a good decision. Last, Your Ladyship, on the question of time, I just want to confirm that we only have 6 hours, like Senior Counsel Rengo said. And if my learned friend thinks that there are too many petitions, they can concede. That's all.
If may please, my lady, Honorable Chief Justice and my lords, on behalf of the petitioners in petition number 3, we were served in time by a set of documents from the IEBC. Then subsequently, last night, we were served with another set of documents from IEBC. Rule 11 of this court's rules are very clear on filing and service within 4 days. And we are greatly prejudiced if documents that were filed and served outside time does not allow us a rejoinder, and then those documents now constitute part of the record. We'll urge my ladies and my lords that when you consider the issue of representation of IEBC, please take into account that in respect to petition number 3, the IEBC faction, minority faction, served us with their documents outside time, and we had no opportunity to file any rejoinder. So that whatever they filed, we cannot speak to it.
Can you name the party who filed late?
It was filed by. It was served on us late. We were served last night by the law firm of GA and Company Advocates. And we received the documents under protest and did indicate. Our prejudice is we cannot file any rejoinder to all the issues they've raised.
Please repeat the particular document which was filed late and by who, which party.
My lady, I can speak to the service. We were served last evening. They are the first and second respondents' documents filed by the law firm of G&A Advocates. The response to the petition from the same law firm. There is a replying affidavit by Michael Ouma, filed from the same law firm. The first respondent's replying affidavit, filed by the same law firm. All those, and there's several volumes of volume 1, volume 2, and volume 2 of their supporting documents was served on us yesterday in the evening. And under Rule 11, they were meant to file and serve within 4 days of filing the petition. We have a 1 day to respond. We cannot respond to all those documents that they filed. And we urge this court to be guided by the case of Raila Odinga 2013, that late service of the documents on us has prejudiced us, and the information therein should be expunged from the record. That's all, my lady.
Thank you.
Sorry, my lady, if with the indulgence, I can also enumerate the pleadings which have been filed out of time. The first one is an affidavit by Oduor Juma Joseph, filed in support of the first and second respondents by G&A advocates. This was filed on Monday at midnight. That is last night. The second one is an affidavit by Moses Ledama Sunkuli, and that affidavit has been drawn by the firm of Iseme, Kamau, and Maema, who are acting for the first and second respondents. This was filed yesterday, and it was filed out of time. The third one, again filed yesterday, is by the same firm of advocates, Iseme, Kamau, and Maema, for the first and second respondents, and it was filed yesterday. Affidavit by Balang Gideon. The fourth one is also filed, this was filed on Sunday, the 28th. This one is an affidavit of Catherine Wambui Kamau. And this one has been filed by, I believe, the same firm of advocates. This was filed on Sunday. The other one is an affidavit filed by the firm of Kithure Kindiki and Associates. This was filed today. And there's an affidavit, a further affidavit by Raymond Kiprotich Bet. The other one is an affidavit sworn by Martin Wachira Nyaga, an affidavit drawn by the firm of Iseme, Kamau, and Maema for the first and second respondents. This was filed on the 30th of August. This was filed today. Today at 2:45 a.m. The other one is an affidavit by Martin Wachira Nyaga, drawn by the same firm of advocates, Iseme, Kamau, and Maema for the first and second respondents. It was filed today, 30th of August, 2022 at 2:45 a.m. The other one is also an affidavit sworn by Hilda Kavonga, drawn by the same firm of advocates for the first and second respondents, Iseme, Kamau, and Maema, filed on Sunday at 11 p.m. And the last one is an affidavit sworn by Martin Wachira Nyaga, drawn by the same firm of advocates, Iseme, Kamau, and Maema, on behalf of the first and second respondents. This was filed on the 28th of August, 2022. And as far as we're concerned, they were filed out of time and without the leave of the court.
Your Ladyship, we may actually go into a wrong series of saying what has been filed late and only taking certain documents and not all of them. As I was sitting here, I've been served with a petitioner's further affidavit filed today, filed yesterday, 29th, and this is an affidavit that has been filed by the firm of Ngatia and Kibe Advocates. I think there is need now to take a stock of what has also been happening and which may not have been quite clear to the court. The e-filing system has had tremendous difficulties, and this you will confirm from the registrar, and I think all parties where we tried to file, we had challenges, and that took a bit of time. But to me, because we all look first at our own self-interest, the beginning point is the response filed by the firm of ISA on 26th August, and which takes the form of a new petition. That would be the beginning point of these rival arguments, allowing some and disallowing the others. I think the most fundamental would be the status of that response, which is in the nature of a new petition. Once that is resolved, the other petitions in my submission would be dealt with quite easily. That is all, Your Ladyship.
May it please you, my lady, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, my lords, my ladies, on behalf of the first and second respondents, that is the chairperson of the IEBC, Mr. Wafula Chebukati, and the IEBC itself, I would want to mention just 3 quick issues in response to the issues that have been raised. The first, my name is Eric Gumbo. The first issue, my lady, is that just as has been indicated by Melanet Senior, Fred Ngatia Senior Counsel, the IT infrastructure of the judiciary and the portal upon which these documents are supposed to be filed had a big problem on Saturday. We did an email to the judiciary, got a confirmation that indeed the system was slow. And so that is the first reason why a number of documents came in late. Number 2, a number of these affidavits that have been alluded to before you this morning are affidavits that arose out of a response to affidavits that were filed by the same parties who are seeking to strike out these affidavits themselves. In particular, we got further affidavits from one John Githongo. We got a further affidavit from one Arnold Ochieng. We got another affidavit from one George Joroge. And finally, one John Wesonga. These affidavits were filed way after the petition had been filed. They raised new issues. Specifically, they raised issues touching on the IT infrastructure of the IEBC. The most responsible thing to do, my lady and my lord, was for us to then do the affidavits. In fact, before they came in to raise the concern, we had ourselves wanted to raise this as a preliminary issue with the court so that we get directions. Because after we responded to the issues that they raised in their own further affidavits without leave, they again yesterday filed further affidavits, seeking to now respond to the affidavits that we had filed responding to the issues they raised out of time. What is most interesting is that even in the affidavits that they filed as late as yesterday, they still raised new issues, seeking to expand the four corners of the petition that is currently before the court, which then has the effect of making that petition mutate in form and character. Now, that said, my ladies and my lord, from where we sit, because of the significance of the issue at hand, we had taken the pragmatic approach to say that even though they served us late yesterday, that is late last night, we worked into the wee hours this morning and did our draft responses to those issues, so that if the court be minded to consider those issues, because I think some of them are pertinent to be able to go to the root of what we are dealing with, then those affidavits could be put in place. We be allowed to file those, the ones that we had not served, responding to the areas that they raised in the affidavits yesterday. In the alternative, that then the affidavits that they filed yesterday should be struck off, so that then we are not prejudiced ourselves. But secondly, and perhaps more importantly, because there is now no clarity as to which affidavit was filed in time, perhaps the best approach would be to ask the parties to file formal applications where they raise the concerns with specific documents, and we'll have an opportunity within this day today to demonstrate whether or not any of the affidavits was served out of time. I think that would give us clarity in such a way that no party would be prejudiced. I am most obliged.
Mr. Ngumbo, those affidavits were cited by Senior Counsel Orengo.
Yes.
Mr. Ngatia,
sorry.
Mr. Ngatia, as senior counsel, you ought to know how to conduct yourself.
Affidavits which the Chief Justice has asked are not the ones that were enumerated by learned counsel, Mr. Orengo. They are the new affidavits that were filed and served yesterday are as follows. The first one is an affidavit by Martha Karoa, Senior Counsel, of 28th August and served yesterday. The second one also by Martha Karoa of 27th August and sworn on 28th, and we received it yesterday. Celestine Anyango Opio, sworn on 28th August and served yesterday. George Joroge, sworn on 28th and served yesterday. John Mark Githongo, sworn on 28th and served yesterday. Edgar Ouko, sworn 28th, served yesterday. Benson Wesonga, this was served yesterday. Yes, sworn 28th and served yesterday. Arnold Oshieng, 28th is the date of swearing, served yesterday. John Githongo, once again, 28th August, date of swearing and service yesterday. Those are the ones that prompted a fury of activity on our part to try and respond to them. I'm in the same position as learned counsel. We try to work very hard, but by the time again we try to file, the system did not allow us to file. So we have new matters which have been raised, which we have not responded to. May I apologize to my Lord, Supreme Court Judge, and thank you for reminding me yet again. I am sorry, the whisper was not meant for the court, but to learned counsel. Thank you.